Hello and welcome to the Puma in the Cage, our weekly chat show at Puma Comedy. Thank you so much for being here with us. And today we have three amazing comedians that we'll be chatting to. We have Don Biswas, Sarah Iles, and Victor Patrascan. So let's start with my first guest. He's here with us. Oh, can't wait. Victor Patrascan. Hello, Victor. Thank you so much for coming on the show, on the Boom on the Cage. How have you been? How are you doing?
Been a pleasure. I'm going slowly crazy indoors, but other than that, I feel like I should be happy because I'm a privileged individual. I have a home, and I can't complain. But I'm still going crazy. You know what I mean?
Um, to be honest, why are you going crazy? Because you're stuck indoor.
Because there's nothing to do. Like I've seen all of the films and all of the TV shows before this whole thing happened because that was a little passion of mine, and now it feels like that's the only thing I have to do. It used to be a reason to escape everything else, but now that became the thing, and now I'm realizing that it's a very sad endeavor that I've wasted my life on. Just watching hours and days and weeks of TV shows that now don't matter. It's not like I bring up the Sopranos and The Wire in normal conversations. They don't help me during the quarantine, right?
I'm sure
So I don't
one
know.
that will come up in quarantine conversation is Tiger King. I'm sure.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to people about that.
No,
'Cause
have you watched it?
I've watched the first episode and then I realized that it's
Shit.
like if the document if the Sun newspaper and the Daily Express would make a documentary, they would definitely make that. It's just it's
Is yeah.
shallow, sugary, just no nutrition, just purely like, oh my God, I feel so much better that there's people in the world who have worse life than me. You know what I mean? That's all that is.
Yeah. I watched all the 8 episodes just because my partner wanted to watch it. Otherwise, I would have stopped at maybe the second because sometimes you watch the first one and you're not really into it, and then you think, I might give another chance, and maybe on the
Yeah.
second one you change your mind. And on the second one, I still was on the same conviction that it wasn't good. I mean, I think they could have edited it and have it like in one max 2 episodes.
An hour and a half is enough for that story, right? Did
Yes,
you did you watch it initially as research for Puma Comedy?
no,
Because
no. I watched it because I was intrigued because everyone was, saying, "Oh, it's great, it's brilliant." So I was curious. Okay, let's watch it. And so it's shit. I
what's the
don't.
interesting part? Because you've seen it till the end, so you've
Yes.
sacrificed your life
Yes.
for answering this specific question. Is it worth it? What's the most interesting part in the whole thing?
No, it wasn't worth it. I tell everyone it wasn't worth it. It was a waste of time.
Because in my mind, the only reason to watch it till the end is if they start feeding the tigers like either homeless people or people that they're hired by the Italian mob to just get rid of a guy. You know what I mean? And they just give it to the tigers.
Yeah.
Do they do that?
No.
Oh, so my imagination is better than 7 episodes of this fucking show. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it
Have you
wasn't
watched
great.
anything good in
Uh,
in
Yes,
in
but
the
I
lockdown?
watch. I'm exactly like you. I watch lots of TV shows and films, and I watch so much. And I love binge watching. So I
Yeah,
binge watch, like sometimes the whole series in one day. Uh,
yeah.
I've seen good things. Sex Education is really good.
Okay, but no, I'm not saying there's good things that you don't really feel that bad about watching, but things that you feel like, oh my God, I'm so happy I watched this. That just makes me see reality in a different way. You know what I mean? Like there's an Italian film that
Mm.
I've watched like that, and it's a film that I just stumbled across. It's a film from the '60s. It's called Il Sorpasso.
Il Sorpasso. Is it the
Yeah,
one with Vittorio De Sica?
I don't think it's Vittorio De Sica.
No?
It might be.
I
I
need
don't
to.
I don't remember
I
who
don't. But I
directed.
heard
All
of
I
that.
remember from the film
I never
is there's a
seen
guy
it.
sitting in the window, and then there's another guy with his car, drives past, sees the guy at the window, starts
Uh,
talking, and then they both go on adventure. They don't know
oh,
each other.
nice.
Oh my God, it's one of the best things I've ever seen because it's just such a jewel. I've never heard anyone recommend this
No,
film.
I know Vittorio. Who did I say? Vittorio This? No, I made a
Yeah,
mistake with the name. I meant Vittorio Gassman.
yeah,
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm checking it
yeah.
right now. Uh,
All right.
yeah, Vittorio Gassman. Yeah, he's a very
Have you ever seen
famous.
that film?
No, I've never seen the film, but I know
I
the
think it's
actor.
I
Yeah,
think
not
it's like a
personally.
forgotten masterpiece, and it's because it's just so random. It's just there's this friendship between two strangers, and
Yeah.
then you see them both just go through the Italian countryside, and they go through all sorts of adventures, and it starts off by just someone talking to someone who's just looking outside.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
That never
yeah.
happens in the West.
No.
People don't talk to each other.
No, no.
But have you seen
If
something? Sorry,
someone
I'm
talks
yapping
to
a lot. I don't
no,
have
it's
any social interaction, and every time I see a person, I go like, yeah,
finally someone.
yeah,
Victor, I wanted to ask you. So, in this lockdown, have you done
yeah.
anything that you never done before?
Uh, the first thing that went to my mind was masturbation, but I'm going blind from it.
You never masturbated before. It's the
No,
first.
I don't know why that came to my mind first. But no, I don't know. No, nothing
No,
new.
you
It feels
do
like everything is just that's why it's
usual.
boring. That's why I'm going crazy because it's just
Oh. But have you
it's nothing new.
rediscovered something maybe that before you didn't have much time and now
What
having
am I, a
more
17-year-old backpacking through Nepal? Oh yeah, I found myself. I was lost, but then I found myself.
But do
And
you
I
work? Do you still work? Have you been able to work anyway or
Yeah,
you
this is work. I'm
this
a
is
comedian. Right? This is not work. Oh, I can do that. I can talk to people.
but you do
Um,
online gigs?
Now I've started doing the roast battles recently again because that's something that I really missed from the old world.
Uh-huh.
Um, and of course, the stand-up I don't think works because the audience is not there, and the whole thing that makes stand-up, and it's not like a monologue or a TED talk is the vibing with the audience.
Yeah.
The the audience influences the rhythm, the everything, and whatever. So I don't think normal stand-up works, but like conversation like this work, or
Yeah.
the roast battle works because it's just clinically uh, written jokes. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Set up punchline. You don't need the audience. Of course, it helps, but it's the best we can do at this moment.
Yeah. I've never done the roast battle. I'm
Oh, it's
scared.
really fun. I really enjoy it. What
I'm
what are you scared about?
I'm scared. You know what? Because I think with the roast battle, you have to be very quick with a comeback.
You can write them because they're gonna mention the things they're gonna mention. You know what I mean?
How
Like
do
I
you
know they're
know?
gonna mention that I'm Romanian and poor and I beg and I
Oh.
I don't know, I sell Red Bulls on the train. I know they're gonna say that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you already, yeah, it's like you premeditate what they're gonna say. And what if they
Yeah,
say
it's like
something
going
you
to
didn't
school. If you're gonna wear that shirt, they're gonna mention the shirt when you go to school, right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
get,
it's exactly the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah,
But you do it with friends. You
yeah.
do it with people that you're comfortable with, like insulting each other. Like I assume when you meet with comedians, you just make fun of each other.
Yeah, well, it depends. I don't know them all very
Yeah,
well.
I know there's very precious comedians, but sometimes you make a joke about each other, right? Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I never thought about that in that way to, think ahead and write jokes, or things that
That's what comedians do. It's a
I know.
facade that we improvise.
You see, I
Nobody
thought it
improvises.
was improvised, so they were coming up with those things. How
Oh no,
naive of me.
this this is for the audience. Eddie Izzard doesn't improvise. Stuart Lee doesn't improvise. Nobody improvises. Everyone has been through that before. The people who do improv
Mm.
have structure. They have rules. They have
Yeah.
things that they've done before. It's all a facade for the audience.
Oh, I'm such a naive, aren't I?
Yeah, but that's why it's good to talk to people. You learn
Yeah.
new things.
Now I know. Maybe next time when the roast battle is back, I'll try.
Oh,
It would be a
it'd be really
challenge
nice.
for me because I've never done it before, and
The live ones are probably one of my favorite shows that I've ever seen or been part of, because
uh,
it's not about someone. It's you don't go and see like a guy. So here's my journey. Here are the things that I went through, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about that. Tell me about how this other guy's dead mother is funny, and
yeah.
they managed to do that. There's I remember one guy did 5 jokes, so it's 5 jokes each. So you say a joke, the other person says a joke. You know, you don't step over each other. You respect each other's jokes because it's just about being a comedian.
Yeah.
And one of the battlers did 5 jokes, all of the jokes that he had available about the other guy's dead mother.
Oh,
That's
wow.
fantastic.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
That's
brilliant, right?
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And where can we see? You said you're doing it online now. Where
Yeah.
can people see you and watch you?
Well, they're on Facebook, Rose Battle UK, Rose Battle London, Angel Comedy. Just look any of these on YouTube or Facebook, and they'll be there. We also stream them on Twitch and Twitter,
Uh-huh.
so they're all over the place.
Nice, nice. I'll have a look too. So I might learn something from it, and maybe give me a little bit more confidence to book myself in next time.
Oh, it'd be genuinely lovely to have you on. There's people from all over the world taking part.
Uh-huh.
It's
So you
it's
don't
it's open
know
to anyone.
who you're going to be against.
Oh no!
But,
You know the person. It's
ah,
either your friend, and you prepare, and you go against each other, and I'll whenever we do the booking, you'll know a few weeks in advance, so you can
okay.
prepare. If you
Uh-huh.
don't know the person, because sometimes people don't know each other, but they do like a Zoom conversation like this,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a crash course to a relationship with another human being.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I tell them about, so here's what broke my heart throughout my life. So my parents
Nice.
got divorced, this and that, this and that. This is where I got heartbroken. So you just learn a little bit about the other person, and then you
Ah,
joke about exactly those things.
yeah, nice,
Because they're
nice.
jokes. They're not about who we are as human beings, right? Like
Yeah,
if we be doing a battle, I'd say something about your glasses. That's
yeah,
not who you are. You just have glasses, but it's just
yeah.
funny to joke about. You know what
Of
I mean?
course, yeah. Taking the piss.
Yeah, but it's not about who we are as human beings, as
No, no, no.
three-dimensional people with stories and feelings and
Yeah.
just jokes.
Fabulous, fabulous, Victor. That is really nice. I looked into that, and obviously, audience are watching us also look into that. It sounds really fun, really fun. Anyway, our time is up.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, I thought that we were just getting all fired up.
No, it's only half an hour show, so I have other guests on as well. Yeah, the time is up. I'm afraid.
This has been a joy.
Oh, it was great having you on the show. And good
I
luck.
felt like I ate a cannoli.
I
That's
got,
how joyful it was.
oh, nice. I love a
Yeah.
cannoli.
Oh yeah, they're nice.
It's nice. Anyway, thank you so much, Victor, for coming on the show. Good luck
It's
with your
genuinely
roast
been
battle.
it didn't feel like work.
Yeah, I know. It's
It felt so
fun,
nice.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. And yeah, I hope to see you, when this lockdown is finished and we can do live shows again.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anytime soon, I guess, but I hope it's soon anyway.
I've heard that clubs are slowly opening up in Europe. So there is a sign of
Mm.
of this,
This to end.
hopefully,
Fingers
or
crossed.
just go to a place where it's manageable and we can live our lives not locked indoors, being afraid of each other.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Fingers crossed. Let's hope that this is
Virtual hug,
yeah,
Romina.
we're gonna hug a lot. Group hugs.
Yeah, no.
No.
Actually, we're gonna be like, just
Stay
I
away.
understand, but just
Stay away from me.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much, Victor. Have a
Been
good
a
rest
pleasure.
of the day.
Thank you very much. Take care, Romina.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. My next guest is a very good friend of mine. We've been gigging a lot together. Is here with us, Don Biswas. Hi, Don. Thank you so much for coming on the Puma on the Cage. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. Thanks for having us on. Yourself? You okay?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much. Enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah, same here. Yesterday I was out at the park. It was really nice. It was really nice. It's good for my depression as well. Just to get out there, get a bit of sunshine.
Yeah, have a few walks. That is, it helps a lot. I go for a few walks every now and then, but mainly I enjoy my garden. I think it's the first year since I've been living in this flat that I can finally fully enjoy the garden. I've been creating, nice flowers area. I planted a few herbs. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. And have you been doing something that you never done before during this lockdown?
That's a hard one. I actually haven't done anything completely new during lockdown.
Have you been enjoying
really, actually.
something? Or maybe something you rediscovered now that we actually have a little bit more time?
What I've rediscovered is I need to lose a little bit of weight. But I've known that all is. I need to just get a bit more healthy. But the lockdown has been normal for me because I've still been working in my day job. So
so you're one of those that can work from home. What do you do?
I work in an office, so I go straight to the office. I work in a post room, so we're considered key workers. So I work in a post room for an accountancy firm. So we just deliver all the posts to all the staff. We're the only department, plus a couple of others that are open in the whole building.
Oh, I see. And so they managed to keep the social distancing in the office.
Yeah. My mum is over 70 and she's got underlying health conditions, but I still go to work because there's not many people there. So even social distancing isn't a problem. I meet more people on my daily walk, so it's no problem.
Yeah. Like, I just came back from my free weekly shop. I go once every free week and we bought every week. We say, this week we're going to spend less. And instead, every week we spend more and more.
I'm exactly the same. I've been doing shops every day now because a weekly shop, I just waste the food.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I go for takeout, I don't feel like that. So yeah, I go daily at least, or.
No, I got every 3 weeks. So my fridge is not even that big, but I managed to squeeze everything in. I'm very proud of myself.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah, but if you consider that it lasts 3 weeks, in the end of the day, I think in a way I probably spend less than what I spend if I go like every day or every week or something.
Can you cook? That's the thing. I'm a terrible cook.
Oh, I see. No, I cook a lot. And in this, well, you go to work, so it's not that you have much time anyway, because many people.
I only work once every other week, so I work 3 days a week on my job now, but it's only 5 hours. And that's once every other week, so I've got no excuses.
But do you live on your own, or are you spending this lockdown with someone?
I live with my mum, so yeah.
So she cooks.
No, she's over 70. So the big problem with my little dad is she's got problem with arthritis in her hip. So I'm looking after her. And don't get me wrong, it's the other way around. She's looking after me as well and stuff like that. So we're
You're
both trying
looking
to help
after each other in the end of the day.
Yeah, we're both trying to help each other out. So yeah.
Good. And have you been doing any gigs?
Yeah, I've been extremely lucky because I'm a political comedian. I've been doing all the shows for the Labour Party, Stay at Home for Labour.
I see.
So and we've been getting paid for them, which is nice. So the last Labour gig we did, we celebrated Jeremy Corbyn's birthday.
I see.
And next one, we've got Ken Loach coming in. So there's a few discussions, and then there's 3 of us who do stand-up comedy, do about 5-10 minutes each.
Online, obviously.
Yeah.
How are you finding it? How are you finding the gigs online?
I'd start with it's weird. I mean, with the online gigs, there's no pressure. For me, I'm a gag merchant, so I just kept doing the same thing, but less of it. So instead of doing 20 minutes or even 10 minutes, I just do 5 minutes or a few minutes, and that's it. So it's been okay. So I have to write a lot more topical material because I'm doing the Labour gigs. So I'm writing a lot of coronavirus jokes about Dominic Cummings. So it's nice because it forces me to write more.
Indeed, which is a bit, I think it's a bit the problem of many comedians at this time, because obviously not everyone is as lucky as you that can get many gigs, and not having gigs, it doesn't push you much to write new jokes. Like in a way, I stopped a bit writing jokes, and I can't wait to get back into that. But I'm starting an online gig too, but in Italian. So at least it will force me to write something in Italian. At least.
That'd be good. I mean, there's no pressure. I don't put any pressure on myself to write gigs. Not write gigs, write jokes. It just comes when I feel like it. And loads of people. I haven't done many other gigs other than the Labour gigs because it's unprecedented times at the moment. So there's no pressure. Loads of comedians are doing gigs and loads of them are not. So sometimes it's a good, like yourself, if people have been gigging for years, like myself, 2 or 3 times a week, it's nice to have a bit of a rest as well.
Yeah. Well, usually I don't gig that much anyway because of my condition, I get tired. So I always have to understand what I can and what I can't do in order not to exhaust myself too much. And
the better gigs.
Say again?
Quality over quantity.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. Is there anything that you want to promote of yourself? Where we're going to see you next? If someone wants to follow you?
Follow me at Don Biswas Comedy on Twitter. Also at Don Biswas Comedy on Instagram. And just like my jokes, if you can. I've got a fan page as well. I'm doing the Stay at Home for Labour gigs, so do that as well. And and finally, just look at my videos on YouTube. Just type Don Biswas. I've got one at the Labour Party conference. Please like that.
Fantastic. But those Labour Party gigs, are they open to everyone, or you have to be a Labour supporter? You don't
have to be a Labour supporter. I'm the only sort of like, other people talk about politics, but I'm the only like political comedian there, so you don't even have to be that. It's just because I've done a lot of jokes about the Labour Party, the Conservatives, I fell into it nicely. There's not many people doing that, but other than me, you don't even have to. You can just do normal observational material. I mean, your material will be perfect for it. So it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be just political gags, or you don't have to be a member of the Labour Party.
Fantastic. Okay, so to the audience that is watching us, follow Don Biswas on all his social media stuff, and hopefully go and see him live as well. He is absolutely brilliant.
Thanks very much. I really appreciate that. Cheers.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Don. I wish you a very good rest of the day and of the week.
Same here. Thanks very much for having us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Cheers.
My last guest of today is a gorgeous comedian. Is here with us, Sarah Iles. Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming on the Puma in the Cage. Meow meow.
Thank you. Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, I'm really good actually. Yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty positive despite, I think it's the weather, isn't it? The weather just makes everything better.
Absolutely, it helps a lot. But get ready because it's gonna change very soon.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, that's actually quite funny because it's my birthday in a week, and there's an ongoing joke in my family that it always rains horrifically the week of my birthday. So I kind of already knew that the weather was going to change because it's just an ongoing joke. So next week is going to be pretty horrendous. So just be aware for it. It's like, I imagine there'll be rain, thunderstorms. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant.
I need to put that in the diary then.
Yeah, 9th of June.
Sarah's birthday. Okay. It's going to be bad.
Everyone's like, oh, you're going to do like a barbecue outside and everyone can come and distance in the garden. I'm like, no, trust me, it'll be raining all day. I mean, I've been alive long enough to realize that every year, unless I go abroad, which obviously is an option this year, it's going to rain. So so there you go, a little tip. Every year, 9th of June.
I have a sort of a same thing. Like when I go to Italy, every time the weather changes in terrible weather. Like it didn't rain for like 6 months. I arrived and it kept raining and raining, and it's like, oh, I think Romina is around.
I think, do you know what then? It's probably maybe this year, if we're both in the same country, if we're both in England, I guess we don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If we're both here, maybe we sort of balance each other out and it'll be a really sunny day. We'll have to wait and see.
Let's hope so. Yeah, let's hope so. That would be nice to have a lovely birthday. Do you always spend your birthday here, or you tend to spend your birthday maybe, going away, have a holiday?
Always away. I'm very, very rarely here. I think because obviously the weather is notoriously bad, I'm usually in Spain, whether I go to like friends' houses in Spain. I go to Spain quite a lot, and I've subsequently been learning Spanish. Oh, no offense.
Hola.
So yeah, that's usually where I like to go. Although I was meant to be in Italy this year, but obviously I'm not.
Oh, where? In Italy, where?
I'm going to pronounce it wrong.
It's okay.
Puglia? Is it
Puglia? Puglia, yeah, the hill of the boot.
Yeah, so we were gonna. I think my friend and I were gonna travel down there, and then we had booked a couple of times in. I think it's
Alborello, yeah, it's very famous. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we were gonna go, and we booked ourselves a nice little villa, and
no.
We were like, yay, we're going to go to Italy. No, we're not going to Italy. So usually I go away. This year is probably the first year that I'm not for a while. But it's fine. I mean, at least I get to see all my family and friends if they can do a drive-by or a distance drink in the rain. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, it's going to be different for sure.
Different.
Yeah. Nice. And have you ever been in Italy, or that would have been your first time?
No, I have been in Italy. I went there. I went traveling around Europe when I was 20. I think it was like over the summer holidays at university. I went around with an ex-boyfriend of mine, and we traveled. We arrived in Rome, then we traveled down Italy, got a ferry from Bari over to Croatia and all that stuff. So I have been there, but not really as like, I know this is really patronizing, not as a proper adult. Because my friend and I wanted to go there and experience like the culture and have the nice wine and the food. Whereas when you're 20,
it just gets smashed.
Yeah, I was just like, well, there's this really hot guy and he wants me to go to Italy with him. I'm obviously going to say yes because you're 20 and you think, why not? So I don't really think I saw a lot of Rome. So I'm not really, So I have been, but not appreciated it. So that's something that obviously I'm going to do. And I think my mum and I are planning to go to Sicily next year.
Oh, nice. I've been to Sicily, when was it? Last year? I think, it was last year. A couple of weeks. Because my dad, he is from Sicily.
Oh, he is, nice.
And he hasn't been there for at least 30 years.
Wow.
So he wanted to go back and, see his sister that he hasn't seen her for 30 years. And so we went there. It was great. It was great. The only thing, when you go, if you're planning to rent a car, be careful. Do the full coverage of the car, because in Sicily, they have their own system of driving. I lost 10 years. I was so stressed that when I came back, I needed another holiday.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, because I've never driven on the other side of the road, that would make me slightly nervous anyway. And I think if there are no rules,
No,
I don't think I can handle that. I think I'd rather get taxis than actually risk all that. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. I think it would throw me over the edge.
Yeah, no, it is. I classify it as dangerous to drive in Sicily.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. I mean, a guy one day on a roundabout, he just got it the other way around because it was quicker to get the exit that he needed. And
well, you can't do that.
In Sicily, they do. In Sicily,
See, that's the kind of thing I couldn't cope with. I need some sort of order. It's a roundabout, you go the right frigging way. Sorry,
neither could I. I mean, I'm from near Milan and we drive quite crazy.
You follow the rules.
But we follow the rules, right? Yeah. We follow the rules. I mean, my friends used to call me Schumacher, the way I drive.
But you know what? I'm kind of the same. As in, my mum and I have a reputation of just being really fast. Like we say we just don't fuck about. As in, you know, I don't dither or anything. If I'm going to pull out, I'm pulling out. You know, it's perfectly safe. I've never had an accident. But yeah, I don't dither.
But Sicily, trust me, be careful.
Just hey, good tip. Thank you. I'll be like, oh God, don't cross the road in Sicily. I don't think I can handle that. Jesus.
Yeah, but it's beautiful and the food is just
I
delicious. I don't know how many arancini and cannoli I had. Oh, it was just
yum.
Yum.
It's those kind of foods that I was looking forward to, and you just think, oh, but it's okay. It'll be worth it.
Yeah,
you know,
all this will finish soon, hopefully, and then we'll be able to go again somewhere to eat
all the food and drink all the wine.
Yes, well, I'm already drinking all the wine here.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, I'm trying to pretend. Everyone's like, oh, you're not drinking every night in lockdown, and I'm like, no, not every night. I mean, I think there's been like one or two, you know, where I felt too ill to drink. I was too hungover from the night before. So I was like, so not every night.
No, you know, every other night.
Every other night. Yeah, because you've got to recover. You know, I'm not an animal.
And what is your favorite drink? What do you drink the most?
I think so. This makes me sound like a bit of a tart, but I love making an espresso martini. So I have a coffee machine, and I love mixing it all up, and then I get like the coffee beans and stuff like that because that's what I usually make for my mates when they come over. So I like to start the evening with a nice cocktail. So I'll start with like an espresso martini or two, and then I'm a big fan of sparkling wine. So I drink English sparkling wine or, no offense, Italians, Cava. I do like Prosecco, but Cava's cheaper.
How much is Cava?
And it's a pandemic. Cava, you can get really nice. You can get the nice dry Cava from Sainsbury's for £6.
Oh, I get a lovely Prosecco in Aldi for £4.99.
See, I'm not near an Aldi.
There you go.
Sainsbury's is pretty much my only option.
Okay.
I could go to Waitrose, but
ciao.
I mean, I'll get ideas above my station, but I'm not going
to forget about it.
But I'm sorry, you're not allowed in. You're the girl that gets Carver. Yeah.
I actually, I don't drink very much, you know, but every now and then I like a nice drink. And I've been doing lots of spritzer.
Oh, I love a spritzer. It's very refreshing.
Yes, I love it. And now I got myself a Pimm's. So tomorrow, that is even hotter than today, I'm going to do a massive jug of Pimm's and lemonade.
Wow, you're British now. Well done.
Yeah. Well done. I love that.
Pimm's, you are all ready.
And today, because I went to the shop today, I treat myself. I bought the normal gin, but I also bought a pink gin.
Ooh. I've not tried the pink gin. I'm not a big gin drinker, but I've been really intrigued by the pink gin. Have you tried it yet?
Yes, I tried it
And?
with some tonic, flavored tonic water. And
Okay.
it was you know that usually G&T is slightly, let's say, bitter.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. It kind of gives you like a bit of a.
This one here, I'm not saying is sweet, but is slightly sweeter.
Good. I think that sounds a lot more up my street. Are you a classy person who buys the bottle and mixes it up, or are you buying yourself the little tinnies?
No, I mix it up. The little tinny, no. I do the proper thing.
There you go. Proper drinks. Good. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it. It's on my list. I think, but my point of view is I live alone. I don't want to buy a big bottle of gin and then not like it, because then I'll be like, well, I mean, how many bottles of Cava could I have got for that? You know, really got to think about it logistically and financially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the spritzer, you need the prosecco as well, so that is it's good.
Yeah.
But you know what we can do now that is allowed? You can come over here. We can social distance in my garden, and we can have a pink G&T.
Where are you based?
I am near Stratford.
Oh, you are way too far. I'm in southeast London.
Oh. Too far.
Might have to wait a little bit longer for the pink gin.
But yeah. When is allowed again? When it's safer, let's say to travel around. Come over and we have a pink G&T party. Yeah.
Hey, I am all over that. I'm going to tell you what, I thought you said you're in Streatham or something, and I was like, oh my God, that's around the corner. I'm like, I'll come down this evening. Yes,
I used to live in Streatham.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
why did you move? If you hadn't moved, we could be having pink gin following this talk.
I know, but I've been in this area for so many years now. I lived in Streatham literally just the first year that I moved to London. So in 2010, I was there.
That's quite an introduction.
But I knew Streatham from before, because I came in 2009 to do, the experience.
Oh, yeah. The London experience.
Indeed. And I was in Soho. But then I had a bit of an argument with the lady that was renting me the room. She was a bit bonkers, and so I said, you know what, fuck off. And I moved out, and I went to live with a friend of mine that she was in Streatham, so I knew Streatham before. And then when I came back, I went to live there again. It wasn't the same house, but close enough. But yeah, it's nice.
Well, I mean, I don't live in Streatham, I live in Beckenham, but it is kind of close. But I think because Streatham it had like a reputation, because I was born in South London, of being like kind of rough. So my family used to joke and call it St. Wreatham, and try and sort of posh it up a little bit. So it'd be like, oh, we're going to St. Wreatham. It'd be like, no, it's Streatham. It's Streatham. But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, comedy club there. So
many people are telling me, they say, oh, there is rough. I said, well, nothing ever happened to me, apart that once that I was going to Sainsbury and someone got killed at the bus stop there. But other than that, nothing.
Oh, I mean, apart from a classic murder, completely safe.
What can possibly go wrong?
Nothing. I mean, there was that terrorist attack, but apart from that,
nothing.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, just a little bit stabby.
Yeah, but as long as they don't stab me, I don't care.
Yeah.
And so, Sarah, how have you been keeping yourself busy apart from cocktails and?
I'm glad you had tails on the end there. Apart from the cocktails, well, actually, I've been keeping myself busy because I have a part-time job, which I am unbelievably grateful for now, because half my income was comedy and that's gone. Yeah. So I've lost half my income. But yeah, so I work I work for an English sparkling wine company. So actually, when I'm drinking, it's
wine tasting.
It's professional, and I feel like I'm doing a service to the industry.
Yeah.
Because I take my job extremely seriously. So yeah, so I do that. So I'm an HR advisor, so I do that part-time, and that's it's been keeping me out of mischief, really. Not that there's any mischief I can get into. So I was doing that. I was doing some online sort of like videos some fun videos for a little
Yeah,
while.
I saw some of those. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing some joking. So I got so not being too weird, is I drew a handprint on a toilet roll and called it Wilson. Just
Yeah,
some sort of fun,
I remember
sort
that.
of like salute to Castaway and Tom Hanks. And so that was fun. So I was doing those videos for a while, and I've uploaded some of them onto YouTube, and I might go back and do a few more. But yeah, things just got busy, because when you start out and you suddenly have so much time on your hands, and then everyone wants to do like Zoom chats and then catch up on virtual parties, and then you find you're going to like 4 virtual parties a night, and you're like, so suddenly everyone wants to FaceTime and talk to you, which is lovely, but then you're like, I actually have no time anymore. I'm just doing all the sociable stuff that I didn't have the time to do before, because I was doing stand-up every night.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Obviously I've been sunbathing a lot. That's been quite nice.
Yeah, thanks to the weather. Yeah, that is a good bit. And you were preparing a show to go to Edinburgh.
Yes, I was. I actually did my preview. I think it was like the 5th of March. So I did my first hour-long preview. So it's called Divorce the Musical, but I crossed out the musical because it's supposed to be satirical. So it's just basically all about my divorce. So I got divorced last year.
Yeah.
And it was at the point where I worked so hard on it. I was working with a fantastic director, Laura Lex, and I finally got to do the first sort of preview, put it all together. And it was at Angel Comedy, which I absolutely love. And so I thought, oh my God, this is great. Like the momentum now is, and I can build on this. and then COVID-19
happened.
So now, because where I thought, well, I can't really work on it now. I mean, I filmed it and I sent it to the director and stuff, but because now obviously Edinburgh's not happening this year, and I wasn't going to do it this year, I was going to do it next year. I assume all the spots that have been booked for this year are going to be honoured for next year, so I doubt I'll be able to do it next year. So I'm actually going to have a really fucking polished show in 2025. I'm going to be on husband number 2 by then. I'll be like, divorced the second time.
Yeah, I got a new one.
I was going to talk about this one, but now I'm going to talk about this one. So yeah, I was working quite hard on that, and yes, it's just really bizarre because it was something I was really looking forward to, and I had all that momentum, and I had other previews booked in. So now I just don't know. Yeah. But it was exciting. I was pleased to work on it. I feel like I learned a lot. But now, like I said, I don't really know if I should watch it back and critique it when I don't actually know when I'm going to get to perform it again. Because I think it would be much better to work on it like a couple of weeks before I knew I had another preview. Otherwise, I'll forget it all.
But you don't do any online gigs? Because there are a few going.
I've been asked to, and I said no because I think I would hate it. Because I think because a lot of the time I MC, and I like to MC because of the banter and the feedback from the crowd and like the ad-libbing. So obviously I don't feel I can do that. And just doing my set to nothing, I think I would probably perform it like a robot. I feel like I feel like I need some sort of interaction to be more bubbly and, vivacious. I think is a bit extreme. I don't think I've ever been vivacious, but so I don't really feel like I'd get it. Although I've got a couple of friends who are trying to persuade me to do it, and I might end up giving it a go. Have you done many? Because I just don't think I can face it.
I've done 2, and I'm gonna do my 3rd one on Saturday.
And did you like it?
I did, but I don't know what kind of format you did. I do it on Zoom, and the audience is actually there, and you can interact with the audience, and you can see the audience and hear the audience. So that makes it just almost the same. Obviously, the atmosphere is different, but it's almost the same thing because you can get the rhythm of the jokes. You can hear them laughing, so you can stop and carry on and all that.
I think I'm just too much of a wuss. I just don't. I just can't. I feel like because I got into stand-up because I really love the energy of performing live and being like in that moment. And although I think there'll be people on Zoom, I just don't know, because I've heard obviously friends give me feedback on their ones, and they said that they were doing Zoom gigs and they could see someone falling asleep, and you're like, I mean, as in if that happened in a crowd, you could like annihilate them, and you could go into the crowd and enjoy it. But on a Zoom call, I'm not sure if it's such a small pool of people that if you alienate one because they've fallen asleep and started snoring, I don't know. I think I've just overthought it, but maybe I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I think it's worth a try. It's worth a try.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, like I have had friends ask me to do it, and it was like, oh, you know, they can't pay a lot because obviously I think a lot of people are just doing it for like donation shows. And
Yeah, that's what I do as well. Donations.
Yeah. So I thought, I don't know. I'm just not sure. And I think because I'm not sure if I'll enjoy it, that's probably why I haven't done it. But then I feel like I have to try it before I can actually say, oh, I won't like it. So I have to think about it. I'm a nightmare, honestly.
No, but you know, you're not the only one who doesn't really wants to do that. I mean, you know, it's not for everyone, really. Yeah, it's not for everyone.
It doesn't excite me, and that's the thing is, I feel like if it's not going to excite me, and I'm like, am I going to be sitting sort of here in my room delivering stand up? I just feel like, I don't know. It's also quite personal because I'm in my own space. I'm just not sure how I'd feel.
Yeah. Put a different background like I do.
Yeah, I'd do that if I knew how. I'm not really tech savvy.
Neither am I, but you know, you learn.
Okay. Maybe I should have a play around. Well, no, because we had this Zoom chat on Saturday with my family. It was like my cousin's kid's first birthday, and they said, "Oh, let's all do like a jungle theme, like where you can either dress up or you can change your background." And because I couldn't change the background, I decided to paint my face because I thought, well, you know, that's what everyone's gonna do. I turn up on this frigging Zoom call. No, it's just me and my mum that have dressed up. There's like 37 people just that have all, you know, either changed their background or done nothing. I felt like an absolute muppet. I felt so stupid. So I was like, I actually am now too scared, I think, to try too many things because I've already made a complete tit of myself on Zoom.
Oh dear.
I know.
Anyway, Sarah, it was lovely chatting to you. We have come to the end of this interview.
Well, thank you so much. Sorry, I realise I've waffled along, but thank you so much.
It's okay. It was a pleasure chatting to you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And watch Sarah videos. People that are watching, so watch Sarah's videos. Where they can find you. What your social media?
Yep, so it's Sarah Iles Comedy. Is on Instagram or on YouTube. It's just Sarah Iles. So it's ILES. So come find me, come follow me. I'm really narcissistic, so just give me all the attention because I really need that, especially as a can't gig. So just give me all the attention.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sarah. Let's have a drink now. Let's have a drink.
Yes.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And that is it for today. Oh, I know. But we'll be back next week with other free comedians. And so stay tuned and see you next week here in the Puma Comedy with the Puma in the Cage at 7 o'clock live on Facebook. See you next week. Bye.